Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
In a previous lesson, we learned about a fatha. A fatha adds an a sound to the letter's own sound. But today, we're going to be learning about a two fatha. A two fatha is literally just two fathas, one on top of the other. It goes on top of a letter and it adds an sound to the letter's own sound. Look at this diagram here. Try to understand it. On the left, in the blue box, you can see a ba, which makes a b sound, the letter B. Under that, there's a fatha. It makes an a sound. So, a ba with a fatha on top makes ba. Look at the right side, the pink box. A ba makes a b sound. A two fatha adds an sound to the b sound. Together, they make ban. We're going to move on and have a look at all the other letters in the Arabic language and how they're read with a two fatha on top of them. An alif makes an sound. The two fatha on top makes an sound. Together, they read an.
An.
Look at this b sound. With an on top, it makes ban.
Ban.
A t sound with an on top makes tan.
Tan.
Very good. And a th with an on top makes than.
Than.
Then we go to this j sound. With an on top, it makes jan.
Jan.
A h sound with an on top makes han.
Han.
And a ch sound with an on top makes khan.
Khan.
Next line, we have a d sound with an on top. That reads dan.
Dan.
A th with an on top is than.
Than.
A r with an on top makes ran.
Ran.
A z with an on top makes zan.
Zan.
A s with an on top makes san.
San.
Good. And a sh sound with an on top makes shan.
Shan.
A sl sound with an on top makes slan.
San.
Next line, a l sound with an on top makes vlan.
Van.
That's right. A tl sound with an on top makes tlan.
Tan.
A v sound with an on top makes van.
Van.
A sound with an on top makes an.
An.
A r sound with an on top makes run.
Run.
Look at this fa, it makes a f sound. A f with an on top will make fan.
fun,
A q sound with an an on top makes qan.
qan,
Last line. A g sound with an an on top is can.
can,
A l sound with an an on top is lan.
lan,
A m sound with an an on top makes man.
man,
A n sound with an an on top makes nan.
nan,
A w sound with an an on top makes one.
one,
A h sound with an an on top makes han.
han,
A hamza makes an sound just like an alif. An with an on top makes an.
an,
And finally, a y sound with an an on top makes yan.
yan.
Now you might think that you know it all already, but this needs practice. Every new lesson needs so much practice that when you look at it and come across it in the Quran, you should be able to read it without having to think about it. So it does need practice, even if you do know the answers. Keep reading this until you can read it before me. And we're going to see you in the next lesson. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.